Hello, and welcome back to the English Circle, the podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're talking about something that terrifies many professionals, the elevator pitch. You're at a networking event, a conference, or you step into an elevator with someone important. They turn to you and say, "So, what do you do?" And suddenly, your mind goes blank.
You have about 30 seconds to answer. Too long, and you lose them. Too short, and you sound like you have nothing to say. Too much like a resume, and they're bored. Too vague, and they don't remember you.
I've definitely rambled. Well, I work in marketing. I do social media and emails and sometimes events. By the time I finished, they were already looking at their phone.
Today, we're going to give you a simple formula to create a memorable, concise, and engaging elevator pitch. You'll learn how to describe what you do in 30 seconds without sounding like a resume or a robot.
Whether you're job hunting, networking, or just want to feel confident at parties, this episode will change the way you introduce yourself. Let's craft your pitch.
Alex, let's start with why this matters. What's the goal of an elevator pitch?
To tell someone what you do? To introduce yourself?
Yes, but more than that. The goal is to make them want to continue the conversation. It's not just information, it's an invitation. A good elevator pitch sparks curiosity. A bad one kills the conversation.
So it's not about listing my job duties, it's about telling a mini story that makes them ask, "That's interesting, tell me more."
Exactly. Today, you'll learn to create that mini story. To craft a powerful elevator pitch, use the I.M.P.A.C.T framework. It's a simple structure you can adapt to any situation.
I.M.P.A.C.T? Love it.
I. Identify who you are. Start with your name and your role, but make it interesting. M. Mission or problem you solve. What's the core thing you do for others? P. Pain point you address. What challenge do you help people overcome? A. Action or approach. How do you do it? Briefly. C. Concrete result or example. Share a quick win or impact. T. Transition to them. End with a question or invitation.
This is a complete blueprint. Let's break it down.
Start with your name and role, but make it interesting. Avoid boring titles like, "I'm a project manager."
What's wrong with that?
It's generic. Instead, add a hook. What makes you different? Boring? I'm a project manager. Better, with hook, I'm a project manager who turns chaos into clarity. I help teams finish what they start. I make sure the right people talk to each other at the right time. Other examples? Accountant? I help small businesses keep more of what they earn. Teacher? I turn "I can't" into "I'll try." Nurse? I'm there for people on their worst days and their best.
A hook makes them curious.
Next, state your mission in one sentence. What problem do you solve for people?
Like the why of what I do?
Yes, not the tasks, the purpose. Instead of "I write code," try "I build software that helps doctors spend less time on paperwork and more time with patients." Instead of "I sell insurance," try "I help families protect themselves from financial surprises."
So it's about the value, not the activity.
Next, name the pain point you solve. This creates empathy and relevance.
The before picture?
Exactly. What frustrates your clients or customers before you help them? Examples: many small business owners struggle to understand their cash flow. Hiring the right person is stressful and time-consuming. Learning English can feel lonely and overwhelming without the right support.
Naming the pain shows I understand their struggle.
Next, briefly explain how you solve it. One sentence, no technical jargon.
Keep it simple?
Yes. Avoid buzzwords and complex terms. Instead of "I leverage synergistic methodologies to optimize ROI," Try, I use simple tools and regular check-ins to keep projects on track. Instead of, I utilize data-driven frameworks to enhance user engagement, try, I help clients understand what their customers actually want. Simple language is more memorable. This is the most powerful part. Give a concrete result. Use a number if you can.
But what if I don't have numbers?
Use a vivid example or a for instance. With numbers, I've helped my clients save over $500,000 in the past year. My team reduced customer complaints by 40% in 6 months. Without numbers, recently I helped a client go from dreading meetings to actually enjoying them. One customer told me I saved their business from closing.
A specific example makes it real.
Finally, turn the conversation back to them. End with a question or an invitation.
This is so important.
Examples, what about you? What keeps you busy? I'd love to hear what you do. Do you ever deal with similar challenges? Would you like to grab a coffee and chat more? Why this works? It shows you're interested in them, not just talking about yourself.
A pitch that ends with a question is a conversation starter.
Let's put it all together. Imagine you're a marketing specialist.
Okay.
I help small businesses get found online. Hook, instead of I'm a marketing specialist. M, my mission is to take the overwhelm out of digital marketing. P, most small business owners don't have time to figure out SEO, social media, and ads. A, I create simple step-by-step plans based on what actually works for their specific audience. C, for example, one client doubled their website traffic in 3 months. T, what's the biggest marketing challenge you're facing right now?
That's 30 seconds? Feels so natural.
Now, a developer pitching to a non-technical person.
Harder, but important.
I build tools that make people's work lives easier. I solve the frustration of repetitive, boring tasks. So many professionals waste hours on manual data entry and busy work. I write custom software that automates those tasks. Last month, I built a tool that saved a client 15 hours a week. That's almost 2 full workdays. Do you ever find yourself doing the same task over and over?
I understand exactly what they do, even though I'm not technical.
Now, an English teacher or language coach. I help professionals feel confident speaking English at work. My mission is to turn anxiety into clarity. Many talented people stay quiet in meetings because they're afraid of making mistakes. I use real-life scenarios and practical phrases, not just textbook grammar. One student recently told me she gave a presentation in English for the first time without panic. What's the most challenging situation you face in English?
That's me. I want to talk to this person.
You don't need one pitch. You need versions for different contexts. For a job interview, focus more on results and skills. I'm a project manager who specializes in turning around struggling projects. In my last role, I brought a 6-month overdue project back on track in 8 weeks. For a networking event, focus more on problems you solve and curiosity. I help companies figure out why their customers stop buying. I love puzzles and data. For a social setting, party, friend of a friend, keep it light and human. I work in finance, but what I really love is helping people understand their money without feeling stupid. It's like being a translator for numbers.
Same core, different flavor.
Let's look at what not to do. Mistake 1. The resume recital. I'm responsible for P&L, stakeholder management, cross-functional collaboration. One clear human sentence. Mistake 2. Too much jargon. I leverage big data analytics to optimize B2B customer journeys. I help businesses understand what their customers want. Mistake 3. No hook, no story. I'm a consultant. I help companies fix their broken processes. Mistake 4, forgetting the transition, ending your pitch and standing there awkwardly. What about you? Mistake 5, being too long, 2 minutes of rambling, 30 seconds, max.
Practice until it's natural, not memorized.
Here's your practice plan. Step 1, write your pitch using I.M.P.A.C.T. Keep it to 75 to 100 words. Step 2, say it out loud. Record yourself. Time it. Step 3, cut anything that feels like a resume or jargon. Step 4, practice with a friend. Ask, what do you remember? What would you ask next? Step 5, memorize the structure, not the exact words. It should sound natural, not rehearsed. Step 6, use it in real life. Start with low-pressure situations.
The goal is to sound like you, not like a robot.
Let's recap the I.M.P.A.C.T framework. I, identify yourself with a hook. M, mission or problem you solve. P, pain point you address. A, action or approach. How? C, concrete result or example. T, transition to them, question or invitation.
And your elevator pitch challenge is this. Write and practice your 30-second pitch this week. Use the framework. Record yourself. Time it. Then try it on one person, a friend, a colleague, or even in a mirror. Next time someone asks, what do? You'll be ready.
Alex, what's your pitch going to be?
I help people feel less alone in their English learning journey. Most learners study for years, but still freeze in conversations. I create practical, encouraging resources that build real confidence. I've seen learners go from silence to smiles. What's your biggest challenge with English?
That's beautiful. Listeners, now it's your turn. In the comments, share one sentence of your elevator pitch. Just the hook or the problem you solve. Let's practice together. If this episode helps you introduce yourself with confidence, share it with a friend who needs a better pitch.
Subscribe to the English Circle for more practical, professional episodes.
Remember, you don't need to be the most interesting person in the room. You just need to help them want to know more. Pitch with purpose, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.